Hey warriors, how you doing? I'm here with some serious bed hair. Apologies. And I don't know about the lighting. Can you actually see me right now? If you can see me. Let me just see. I'm borrowing my wife's charger because she my phone was running out of battery. Let me just see if I put the light to there. Is that any better? Let me just see if I can move this around. Let me just see. Move that. These are my towels that I have hung on my curtains every night because I like to have a very, very dark room so I get really good sleep. We spoke about that yesterday. But I'm just trying to get you guys a little bit of better lighting in here. One day, soon, my friends, I'm going to have an office. Oh my god. Oh my god. We moved, basically. We moved from near London, where I lived for many, many years. And we moved to my hometown of Sidmouth, which is a seaside town. Big dream of mine was to move back to the coast, as I'm sure you can imagine, with my love of surfing. And it's been amazing. It's been amazing to come home. It was one of the biggest dreams I had. But I had to really... Morning, Michelin. I had to really practice walking my talk with the P's we're going to talk about today to make that dream come true. I'd lived in London for almost 10 years, and it made me seriously unhappy to not be in my hometown, to not be by the surf, to not be by the waves every day. And sure, I used to get to go surfing. But one of the biggest reasons why I started my online journey was I was a personal trainer about 5 or 6 years ago. And I was miserable and unhappy anyway, but I was also really, really fed up with living in London all the time, and I just didn't want that. So I set my stall out. I said, right, I'm going to get qualified in life coaching, and I am going to make my dreams come true. I'm going to literally do this. I'm going to set up a life coaching business down by the coast, and I'm gonna fucking do this, man. And I set my stall out, and progress was really, really good, and then it slowed down. And it slowed down for ages, and I persevered, and I persevered, and I persevered, but I was not getting any results. I was not getting anywhere. And I kept going, and I kept going, and I kept going, and I still just had this image of myself grabbing my surfboard from my home. From my fucking home. It just makes me smile now just saying that. But I had this image of me grabbing my surfboard from my home, having coached a life coaching client on the phone, paid good money, feeling inspired, like I'm not only looking after my family really well and supporting them financially, but also getting to go surfing, like right down the road. Because where I live right now, it's like half a mile from the beach. So I kept that image in my head when things were slow. And by the way, my God, they were slow. Like I had no life coaching clients. I think even in the first almost 2 years of what I was doing online, and it took me ages and ages and ages. And so I thought, right, well, I guess I'll write a book as well, because not only is that going to keep me occupied, because I've got a pretty overactive mind, but that will give me some inspiration and some ideas in how to help more people. And I was doing that, and I was doing that, and I really set my stall out, and it took me a heck of a long time, and I wanted to give up on a number of occasions to make this dream of mine come true. But then eventually, I started to get some business come through. And eventually, it started to just trickle, and it came through, and it slowly came through, and then a little bit more, and a little bit more. And then eventually, when I got signed, I was on TV. I got on telly. I got asked to be on TV because of the stuff that I produce. And now listen, my friends, my God, that did not happen overnight. I'd been producing content for about 4 years by that point. 4 years of tumbleweed, really. Hardly anyone really involved, but I had this passion to want to help people, but I also had a desire to live by the surf. So I want to ask you guys today, what is your passion? As in, what is it you could bring to the world that would help people? Because I really think that's the only life worth living, like a life of service. Because it makes you happy. It's like the secret to happiness. Serve, serve, serve. I'm seeing all your comments, guys, by the way. Morning. I'm just telling that story. I'm just intervening off the story of my surfing dream. I'm going to bring it back, my surfing life coaching dream. But the point is, I want to know what your passion is. Okay? What is your passion? And also, what makes you happy? Because I think if you can combine those two, the first one, what are you really, really passionate about? How can you help others? And how can you achieve those dreams and make those dreams come true? But also, secondly, what fires you up? What really fires you up? Because what that is will be the key to your success. It will be the key to your perseverance, because there are going to be some times where you want to give up, where you want to sack off the dream and just fuck this dream. I had that so many times. I had it more times than I like to admit. And I carried on and I persevered. And then suddenly, after about 4 years of making content online, I was contacted by ITV out of the blue. It came from literally nowhere. They contacted me. I went on telly in front of 7 million people for 4 or 5 weeks. And after that, as you can imagine, it transformed my life coaching business. I had people contacting me from all kinds of places. I was suddenly able to charge, almost £200 per session. I was getting people from all walks of life getting hold of me, and I suddenly had this bustling business. And then we started looking at properties. And yeah, we found this one here in Sidmouth, and cut a long story short, we made it. We were down by the coast now, and I get to go surfing whenever I want, and I can just pop out, go surf, come home. I've got a book that's being published. But the point of the matter is, I remain steadfast in 2 ways that I want you to really take on board today, because I think these are the 2 biggest keys to motivation. And then after I've spoken about these 2 keys, I want to tell you about how I think you can keep going, which is the 3 Ps of success. But the 2 keys of motivation, I believe, are, number 1, what are you passionate about? What have you been through? See, this is where I really think we find our passions. What have you been through personally, as a human being, that you wouldn't want other people to go through? What kind of suffering or pain or discomfort or whatever it may be have you been through that you wouldn't want others to go through? Like, for instance, if someone's, let's say, really struggled with dating, and they've really, really struggled with it, and they don't and haven't got on with guys or girls, and they just have had real heartaches, and they've been hurt in the past, and they find online dating shocking and shit, and they just can't. Let's say that as an example. I'll give you that as just an example. Okay? How could you turn that into wanting to help others not go through what you went through? Because of what you learned in the dating game and in love. What could you have learned that could then help other people? Now, I think when you could, let's say, combine that with what makes you really happy, because what makes me happy is surfing. So when I was wanting to give up over those 4 years of no one really taking any interest in what I was doing, no one really watching my videos much, no one really taking much interest in my posts, what did I have in my head that just kept me going? Well, it was the idea of me grabbing my board, walking down to the beach after I've just been paid really good money to help someone over the phone. That was what I held in my head when I wanted to give up. That was what helped me persevere. So if I want you today to think about your motivation levels and what can help you improve them and what can help you continue that drive on to what it is that you want to achieve, I want you to really today think two things, super, super, super clear. Number one, what are you passionate about? What can help the world, make the world a better place? Because let me tell you, my friend, if you want to be the happiest person you can be and earn good money, follow your passion, but follow your passion from where you've learned. Because I think the things that we're most passionate about, now tell me I'm wrong, because it might not be this. Tell me I'm wrong. But our biggest passions in life often, and most often, come from the things that we have been through that have made us who we are. So if you have been through health challenges that have now made you who you are, and you now have learned how to be healthy, could you help others do the same? Have you learned how to be more happy with life, more contented, and whereas before you weren't? Could you help others do the same? And the point of the world that we live in today is the opportunity is waiting for you. The opportunity is waiting for you because we have this thing called the internet, and you can create massive success without anyone else getting involved. But that's just an idea. The point is, bringing this back to motivation, that's the first thing. What are you passionate about? Number two, what is that image you have in your head? I want you to visualize today. It's a really powerful thing to do, is to visualize, what do you want? What do you want to achieve? Can you see it in your head? What do you want to be? What do you want to have maybe? It might be a thing. I want you to have it in your head today. And I want you to work on it. Because in the beginning, it can be a little tricky visualizing. But I think visualization is very, very powerful for success. I really, truly believe that. It helps us persevere. But it can be tricky in the beginning. So just stick with it. Like when you're stay hydrated, guys. I sound like a school teacher, don't I? Stay hydrated. When you think of that image, what is it that really would just make you so happy? Something that you would maybe want in the future that would just make you so happy. And my one, like I said, was grabbing my surfboard after coaching a life coaching client online, good money, heading down to the beach with that feeling of inspiration in my body. And I used to almost reenact the feelings that were involved in grabbing my board from the garage and going surfing. I used to visualize it and feel it and be like, yep, I'm going to make that, I'm going to make that, I'm going to make that, I'm going to make that. And it used to keep me going. It used to keep me going, keep me going. And I'm a believer in the law of attraction, and I believe that I came to a point where I was visualizing that more and more and more and more at a time where just before that ITV gig came along. And whether that's a coincidence or not, who knows? But I was certainly sending out a vibration, wasn't I? You know, I was thinking it, I was feeling it. And as the famous surfer, or in fact his dad, it's a great quote I want to share with you. This is going to round off this motivation piece for this morning, which is, think it, feel it, do it. Think it, feel it, do it. And that's all you need. Think it, I want you to visualize it. Visualize what it is you want out of your life. What is it you really want? Is there a thing that would just make you so inspired? And then get the feelings. Get the feelings that you get from that visualization, and then go do it. Go take action, go take action, go do it. I just want to round off, guys, the 3 P's of success, which really ties in with the 2 bits I just mentioned on motivation, which I think is follow your passions and also visualize what it is you want and go towards that. The 3 P's of achieving anything that you want in life really are, number 1, patience. Because nothing worth having ever showed up overnight. You've got to be patient. And just as you're about to get frustrated and want to give up, whoa. What do you need? Patience. Number one. The key to success, don't give up. Just don't give up. Keep going. You will get there. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Patience is going to be key. You want to lose weight? Do you want to have an overflowing bank account? Do you want to be doing the job that you love? Do you want to be getting to go on holiday here, there, everywhere? Do you want to live that life? Maybe do you want to get control of this thing and calm your mind? Do you want to do anything? Do you want to improve the flexibility of your body and improve your joint health? I don't know. Whatever it is that you want, it's going to take patience. Because the things, this is the quote that I like, the things that are most worth having in life never showed up overnight. You can do it, my friend. You can. I have faith in you. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Have patience. You will get there. Number 2, persevere. Number 1, P, patience. Number 2, persevere. Keep going. Persevere is what it means when you are having that lower moment, when you're having that frustrated moment. Let's say you're trying to lose weight and you notice that the scales haven't shifted and you're a bit frustrated and you're just like, God, can I really be bothered to work out today and eat well and do all these things? Practice the 5-minute rule. The 5-minute rule is give it 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes of your time to just do that thing. Because if you just give it 5 minutes, that is enough time to overcome procrastination, get your flow back, and then you're on board and you're on it again and you're away. Give it the 5-minute rule. Persevere. And I promise you, if you just give it 5 minutes for each of those things that you ever find your motivation lacking on, that's going to improve. And you're going to keep going. The final P is presence. Don't get so busy building a life that you forget to live. Because yes, we want to maybe lose weight. Yes, we want to maybe make more money. Yes, maybe we want to help more people. And yes, maybe we want to make our dreams come true and improve our health. And there might be a relationship goal you have. You want to meet a loving partner. Yes, we have things that we do want. We want to calm our mind, blah, blah, blah. And these are all things we're building towards. But don't get so busy building them that you forget to be here enjoying the moment. Because it is easy to get the wheel spinning so fast that we just lose track and we lose contact and connection with now. And the irony is, the more in contact with now we are, the more energy we have. And the more energy we have, the more likely it is that not only are we going to keep going, but that we're going to attract cool things into our lives. Because that carefree, light-hearted, relaxed attitude, coupled with laser-focused determination, perseverance and motivation towards what it is you want, when you combine those two, you're on the fucking money, baby. You are flying. You're flying, you're flying, you're flying. You're going to achieve anything that you want. Anything. If you combine the lightheartedness of a child to just be like, fuck it. I don't know if this diet's going to guarantee to make me lose weight. I don't know if this project's going to guarantee to make me make money. And I don't know if this thing is going to work. And I'm just going to... But whatever. I'm just going to... It's cool. I got to stick with the uncertainty. I got to stay within this field of uncertainty and just embrace it and just keep moving. And you got to couple that childlike spirit of just like, yeah, I want what I want, but I don't want it so bad that it's going to make me unhappy. You've got to combine that with focus and action and determination. When you combine those two, you are on the fucking money, baby. That is a wrap for today, guys. If you want to hang out live and have a day of inspiration, motivation, calmness and confidence, join me in Dublin. I've left a link above. Click on the link, check out the details of what's involved on the day, and and it's on the 13th of January. I cannot wait. I'm excited. Guys, that is a wrap. Have a wonderful day. I'm going to see your comments later. Love you loads. Bye-bye.